Boom shakalaka. What's going on, people? It's Eagle Talks Football. We're back again with another video. Please do hit that like button. Please do hit that subscribe. Yes, people. Hopefully this works this time. I'm gonna have the boy Rack in the building, M in the house, Vader's in the building. We're looking for a Chelsea fan. We're currently on the surveillance trying to find a Chelsea fan. None of them seem to be home. None of them seem to be answering. I don't know if there's any Chelsea fans out there who really want to jump on. That have been on the channel before, please do reach out and we'll bring you on. We're calling all Chelsea fans. It seems like Liverpool are in crisis and it seems like Chelsea are in crisis. I really think the main issue is they keep finding out London's red the hard way with all the red cards they keep getting. But that's besides the point.
Oh, just as Gal says that, he freezes.
Gal, yeah, I think you might be lagging. So today's show, guys, will be about. No, I'm joking.
As soon as he said that, Chelsea fans hack into his internet and he's offline.
Gal's free speech has been taken away.
I said it's cool. You guys can laugh, but I guess it's not that funny. But yeah, I guess my internet's a joke right now. What the hell's going on with my shit? I'm trying to see the stream. It is lagging. Sorry about that, people. But yeah, let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about. I think let's just start with the Champions League. And a couple teams here took some L's in the Champions League. One team took a draw. And honestly, what is it with Man City? Whenever they drop any points, they seem to be like, all your players are crying. What's up with Bernardo Silva always crying, Vader? Like, that guy, he's such an unlikable guy.
Who's unlikable?
Bernardo Silva.
I don't know why you're craving likability.
No, I think Bernardo Silva's he's always whinging. Whenever his team loses, he criticizes the other team's playing style, and whenever they draw, he has some sort of criticism about the other team. Never just says, you know what? Yeah, we drew. We have to do better. You guys not going to say nothing, or am I tripping?
I mean, Bernardo Silva. M's on the phone. Bernardo Silva is Bernardo Silva. That's who he is. He's been doing that for years. So Leopard doesn't change his spots. He's is he unlikable? I mean, I don't know. Like, even, I remember when they were supposed to give us a guard of honor, and he was the only player not to do it. Like, we shouldn't be surprised by this, and it doesn't bother me too much. Like, it is what it is.
Yeah, you couldn't care less about him, I guess. As for Liverpool, you guys lost to Galatasaray. That was poor. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree.
That was a game that was eye-opening to a lot of people. You guys looked poor in every level. Defensively, looked shaky. No build-up play. Not really good attacking threat at all throughout the game. And I was just looking at you guys and I'm like, yeah, Liverpool looked so off it. It was weird.
Yeah. I think this game was more concerning after the fact that we lost to Palace. I'm not going to jump to conclusions. And I still think the ceiling for this team is very high, but the performance was terrible. The performance wasn't good enough, and we need to see more. We need to see better, and that has to start against Chelsea. Like, there's no real excuse about it. We've brought a lot of good players in, and when you do that, the manager's responsibility is to make them gel, and he has to find solutions.
Why do you think you guys were so poor in the build-up play? Is it missing Trent? Is it missing Mo Salah? Is it necessarily the fact that Arne Slot put a defender in attack and a midfielder in defense? What was it?
A defender in attack. What do you mean?
Frimpong was playing as the right winger.
All right. Yeah, he's a wing back by trade, right? That's his thing. I don't really think that's the thing, because it didn't really look that much better when Salah came on. I didn't think. the personnel, and I think it's okay to rotate Salah a little bit, but I just think that we are missing people. Maybe the players are a little bit confused of where they're supposed to be. I think we need to. The template needs to be that we go back to. I like the team that played against Arsenal, with Szoboszlai playing as a right back. I thought that actually worked quite well, because he can give us some of that creativity that Trent we have been lacking since Trent, at least until Wirtz finds his feet. And right now, it's not good enough. 2 consecutive games. Like, don't get me wrong. I think the other games have been okay. No, we're not firing on all cylinders, but we've shown glimpses in those games that show what we're capable of. I mean, you just have to look at the first half against Atletico, where we completely blew them away. Second half against Arsenal was good. First half against Newcastle was good. Other teams. So it shows what we're capable of. But even those performances have to be improved upon. Those weren't the top class level that we expect, and we've got enough good players. And look, when you spend, ultimately, it's the same thing that you say about other teams. When you spend that amount of money, whether it's Slot, whether it's Edwards, whether it's Richard Hughes, there are no excuses and there is no sympathy. So we need to fix up.
Do you think Liverpool are currently in crisis? Because everyone's talking about Liverpool being in crisis. It's crisis time. They're looking at Liverpool. They're saying your attack looks disjointed, your defense, your midfield, everything kind of looks bad. And on top of that, now you have an injury to Alisson, who saved.
Well, I mean, look. Ultimately, we're top of the league right now. Right, the performances need to improve. The results can't really improve that much. We've lost 2 games in a row, yes, but every other game we've won. So I'm not gonna get ahead of myself. It's a bit concerning because I'm gonna borrow a phrase out of the Arsenal playbook of trust the process. Right. I think when the performances are there, then the results will eventually come. We've managed to get the results even when the performances haven't been there, but that's not going to continue. The performances also need to increase and improve. Otherwise, it's going to become a problem. But right now, whilst we're still top of the league, and whilst I think we'll go through in the Champions League group stage. So we have some time, but we can't. We need to put a stop to this. And a good way to make a statement against a team which is not in the best of form and not in the best of situations will be to go to Stamford Bridge and beat Chelsea.
We'll talk about Chelsea in a second. Everyone talks about how bad Liverpool was. No one mentions how good Galatasaray was. Fans whistled nonstop during the game, and that was a certain factor, no? In my opinion,
no, look, the thing is, fine. Galatasaray did play. The way they approached the game, I think, was good. I think the fans, the atmosphere. Everybody knows the fans in Turkey. They always put on the show. So, but we've been in those situations. We've been in those atmosphere many times. That should not come as a surprise to us. And still, the performance wasn't adequate enough. Like, don't get me wrong. If we went there and it was a different story, then I'd say so. But we are big enough and experienced enough to be able to handle. We should be big enough and experienced enough to handle those situations, and we didn't.
All right. What are you saying, Em? What do you think about Liverpool dropping back-to-back points games? Not winning.
Bro, I just think defensively, you just look in trouble. Like, it's just too open for you guys, right? Like, going forward, you're not bad. Going forward, you're actually decent. I can see there's goals there, but defensively, defensively, you just look all over the place, man. But to be fair, it was a soft penalty. From my first reaction, I thought that was quite soft. But bro, I just think defensively, you guys are in trouble, and I'm not sure why. Is it a system thing? Szoboszlai like filling in at right back or whatever system.
They're in trouble because Nketiah's in the room.
Bro, you could say that as well, but I don't know, man. Like, Rack, are you worried? Like, looking at the season and looking at Arsenal, do you think this is going to be a continuing thing, or?
Look, I think we've got too much quality for it to become something that continues indefinitely. I think we've got good enough players, we have a good enough manager, we have a good enough team, and we have a strong enough Anfield is strong enough to help us get us through this difficult situation as well. But like, it's concerning. Of course, it is concerning. We shouldn't be losing 2 games in a row. Crystal Palace are a very good team. Away from home, they're going to give anybody a run for their money, and it says that, you know, the unbeaten run that they're on at the moment. But the problem was that the performance for that game was concerning because we didn't really look at it. Second half was much better, but they could have been 3-4 goals up at least in the first half potentially.
You're talking about Palace?
About Palace, yeah. Galatasaray was a bit different, but still, what just wasn't inspiring, and not far from ideal. Let's put it that way.
Are you gonna like put that down to Klopp? Not Klopp. I mean Slot. Sorry, or would you put that down to the players?
Look, in these situations, everyone takes a portion of the blame, but ultimately it's the manager. So the manager's the person responsible. Like he has to work out a way to make the system work to get these players up for it. Because
he came in, bro. He came in and won the Premier League in his first season. Big up, Vega. He came in and won the Premier League in his first season. So a lot of fans will probably say, like, you know, he hasn't really been tested. You ain't really seen what he's really made of. But
let's talk about Slot. I think Slot's the reason why Liverpool right now are struggling, because they don't know their best 11, and it's on the manager to figure out the best cohesion. Those last 2 games, I've seen him rotate in the Champions League. Didn't look so cohesive, and in the league versus Crystal Palace, I felt like the way that he set up versus Palace, which we spoke about on Sunday, was partially why they ended up losing that game. They're a team that play with width, and Liverpool were so narrow in that game. So I know I'm not capable of speaking about back-to-back league titles, but maybe Vader is. You can tell him you need to change. And do you think too much change is leading to Liverpool's problems right now? What do you think it is?
First, hopefully everybody in the chat, you're not hearing an echo, so hopefully everything's clean.
You're good.
Yeah.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear. Listen, Rax sitting, lean back, seems comfortable. I don't buy it. Right? Normally he's on stream.
Stop fronting. Is that what you're saying?
Normally he's on stream, sipping on something, eating, getting his calories in because he's bulking up. There is stress over at Liverpool. There's concerns. And it's because there's a certain comfortability. There's a certain thing like M's accustomed to winning and
not anymore, mate. Not anymore.
No, not anymore. But if you were to do it,
pick up link in the chat.
You know how things were. This is different territory for Rax and his Liverpool fans. Because again, their manager, he's left. But he did instill we cannot compete. We are underdogs, right? He's instilled that amongst his fan base, and they don't know how to act now that they've spent like the big club, the best in England, right? They're not accustomed to the pressures that align to it. M's been there.
You gotta love Vader for this. No, I hear your point. I hear it.
M knows this. He's won the league. He's gone out and poached to get a big, heavy player to come to his club.
Do you think they've got it wrong? Vader? Even in the summer,
you can't get it wrong spending like that. And
that's what I'm saying.
We don't have a Chelsea fan, unfortunately, that can actually back this. But when you are in a position of strength and you reinvest, that can't be a mistake. Now, it's on the manager to make it work. It's on the manager to figure out, okay, I've got all these new additions. How's the best I can set them up for success? Because he's not avoiding the allegations of he won it with Klopp's team. The way he's performing right now, all those whispers, all that talk about, oh, the system was already there. The house was already built. All you had to do was paint it. He's got to build his own right now, and he's struggling. He needs to figure this out quick, because you don't have excuses when you bring in a Verts. You don't have excuses when you bring in an Isak. Those guys are made men. We know the quality. So Rax is trying to look like he's comfortable, but there is a must
Don't
win.
worry, the smile rack is actually giving it away.
Right? Let's go.
So you're caught red-handed.
You
It's
know-
like cheeky,
you know what it is?
smile as a kid.
Vader he's like the Hans Christian Andersen of football YouTube. He's like the Stephen King of football YouTube. He sees a picture in his head, and now he's trying to weave a narrative, and he's trying to fit these things into reality, right? Ultimately,
I asked the same question though. I said, are you worried?
No.
Like defensively, it's looking a bit open. So I asked the same.
look, ultimately, the buck stops with the manager. It is always the manager's responsibility, right? You know, to your detriment, the situation with United ultimately is down. It's more difficult with United because it's like a shipping tank. It takes a long time to turn. There's a lot going wrong at United, and you need a manager with a force of will to be able to change that. And you haven't had a Fergie-like manager.
I don't think it's just down
Vader,
to that. But yeah, go on.
No. But I think a good manager can turn a club around. But a great manager can turn a club around. Pep has done the same thing at City. Klopp did the same thing at Liverpool. Slot has walked into a situation which is obviously beneficial. Now, I'm not giving. I was on the space a few weeks ago, and someone said that they're giving Klopp 50% of the credit for last year's title. I think that's completely and utterly ridiculous.
Whoa.
Right?
I think you should.
Because but 50%. Throughout a season, a manager has to make hundreds and thousands of separate decisions, right? Yes, the ingredients are there, but ultimately, more often than not, when a new manager comes in, as we know, especially after a successful manager, things go pear-shaped.
Rax,
right?
I
So
would
to
agree
turn,
with
to
you.
turn, to turn. No, wait, just one second. So what I'm saying is that the buck does stop with Slot, but I think he's proved that he's got the capability of turning this round, because not just in at Liverpool, but he turned around. It's a different
Doesn't
league,
matter.
obviously.
Don't bring
Fine,
that up.
no, it does. It does matter, because you know why?
It's a whole different kettle of
Doesn't
fish.
matter.
No. You say that, but the principle's exactly the same. He took a Feyenoord team who hadn't won the league in 20 odd years or something like that. That is a different kettle of fish.
it's
Gal.
not about-
You know, because your 20-year anniversary has come and gone.
Oh, shots fired.
Hey, you would know better than me because of 30 years, right?
Yeah, and you would know look better than me because Arsenal had 40 years or something like that as well. So we can keep
No, we
doing
never.
this.
This is the longest
You
we've
did.
had.
20 years is long. I guarantee you've had longer than 20 years.
No,
Every
we
club. Chelsea had 50 years.
No, we
Man
haven't.
United had 35 years.
Up until
City,
2004, within every decade, we won a major league title.
what does that even mean?
Well,
A major league
trophy, but
title?
not league.
I'm talking about like the
Premier
league.
Okay, well, it can only be the league because that's the only major that they have won.
That's what I'm talking about.
So every decade you've won a league title throughout from Arsenal's inception.
I Gal, listen, don't fall for it. We're on Liverpool right now.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Don't let them divert.
Yeah. Anyway, no. I just put it. Listen, I put it out there. He's the one who bit. He's the one who bit, right? Anyway, so the point is that I am concerned, but I know that Slot has the wherewithal to turn it around, and he has to. When you spend that money, Vader, when you spend that money, as you would say, there are no excuses.
I agree, but the part I have to challenge you is you don't know that he can turn it around. Because I heard you want to use the Feyenoord example. Okay, but that's somewhere else. This is the Prem. This is dealing with clubs like Chelsea, like Arsenal, like City, right? It's not the same. The competitive level to have to turn this around is against a lot more competition. You honestly, and the reason why I got to challenge you, and I know you look comfortable, but you really don't know if he can turn this around. You really don't know if he can manage the egos with the transfer record that applies to it. Because now it's not so easy to just drop a player. Because they came in with so much potential, so high of a price tag, that there is I got to find a way to make these record transfers work. So I think he's in a difficult spot. He's got. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think the thing is, like, obviously you're talking narratives again, and
I'm not talking narratives.
and
This is the reality of the manager. He's got to
I
manage
know,
these players.
but the fact of the matter is that he adjusted how he didn't revolutionize how he played last season, but he adjusted how he played. He got the attack firing, and he got the defense in place, and we were much more stable. Right now, I think the issue is stability, and there are.
Rex, can
The
we be
question
honest
is,
here?
Yeah,
the question is how much needs to be done to adjust it, and I don't think there's that much needs to be done because.
Right.
Go on.
You made a good point about like he's got all the ingredients. Yeah, it's literally that. Like he's come into like a job. Let's just say he's a chef. Like you know what's supposed to be. Like you've gone off the ingredient book. He's literally. I don't think he had to do too much last season. I'm going to be honest with you. You could say I'm hating, but I don't think he had to do. I think last year was the year for, making everything stable.
You know what?
I think this year would be his year to kind of like, especially the signings he's made. It's like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer struggled a bit because not, comparing the two, but Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, when he brought Varane, Ronaldo, Sancho, the expectations just went up. And when he tried to change it, that's when he got caught out. And we ended Ole's reign with 3 at the back because he didn't even know what to do. I'm not saying Slot's going to do that, but I feel like this year's is going to be his biggest test. Obviously, winning back-to-back is probably the most difficult thing to do. But when you sign players like Isak and,
no excuses. No
it's
excuses.
It's none at all, bro. So
there is 2 things though. Number one, Mo Salah is not performing at the same level to start of this season as he was last season, and number 2, their build-up play doesn't look as good. Their defense doesn't look as good. Could that partially be down to the fact that they changed 2 out of their back 4? Kirkes has looked poor, and whoever has been at right back, if it's not Szoboszlai, it's looked shaky also. So I'm looking at Liverpool's midfield with Florian Wirtz. I'm looking at their defense with the 2 new signings, and I'm looking at their attack with Mo Salah not performing to the same high level. And I'm saying Liverpool are not performing on all 3 levels. It's actually impressive that they won 5 out of 5, but then now that they're dropping.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, it is. It's
Thank
very
you, thank
impressive
you.
that they won 5 out of 5.
I appreciate it. I accept that compliment. Thank you, Go.
No, because it is. Because they weren't performing.
Thank you. Thanks.
They weren't performing at the highest level, and they still got the job done. So it is
It's not
impressive.
impressive.
And
Thank
that's
you.
that's why people were saying this is what champions do. But now that they've dropped
It
points,
is indeed.
Wasn't impressive.
but now that they've dropped points, and now that they've lost back-to-back games, the Chelsea game is a must-win. And the reason why I say it's a must-win, it's a get-right moment. They need to get right. They need to get back on track. They need to get back in the winning ways. A loss or a draw versus Chelsea keeps this bad vibes moving.
Absolutely. You're right.
you don't want to open up the door for like inconsistency because once teams can.
And I wanted to move on to the Chelsea game also. That's
sorry, Beta. Go on, bro.
No, it's all good. I think Igal was right when it comes down to what this game means, and it's interesting because it means the same for both clubs. Both clubs can't afford to drop points because one club is saying we should be good enough to challenge. Another club is saying we should be running away with this league. Right?
Oh, bro. Vader, you haven't heard? Some of their fans are not even worrying about challenging. Some Chelsea fan went on Twitter and said, I want to lose on purpose just so Arsenal don't have a better chance of winning the league.
Yeah, it's a London thing, though, man. It's a London thing.
Fan. No, how are you guys saying? Yeah,
no, it's a London thing, mate. I'll be honest with you. Like, I would rather, like, if you're in London and you're a Chelsea fan, you would rather any other team win it apart from Arsenal, because.
Liverpool playing Chelsea in the Champions League final tomorrow. Who do you want to win?
I want Liverpool to win.
Okay,
that's a final, not a game in the middle of the season.
Semi-final.
Wow, this is absolutely disgusting. This for the fact that has 20 likes is ridiculous.
Only 20 likes.
No one should condone this. It's what, game 7?
7 weeks in, they're already throwing in the towel saying let's lose on purpose.
Stupid.
Do you know what? I was on. I can't remember whose show.
We found a Chelsea fan, guys. We found a Chelsea fan. He's joining soon.
Bro. If you're still in here, yeah.
You know something?
Chelsea are gonna fall apart.
This is what happened to Chelsea, in my opinion. They were beating teams in preseason like AC Milan, getting themselves excited, saying they're seeing they won the Club World Cup, they won the Conference League. I'm seeing guys like Tobes on TikTok saying, "I've seen this team do this before. Number 7's coming," and he's talking about the league title. And then he's like, or it could be number 3 for the Champions League. Something's coming this season. Little did he know it could end up being another poor season, and the manager could get sacked. Right now, Maresca's has more questions about his capabilities. And have you guys seen some of Chelsea's predicted lineups going into games? I've seen some of their lineups, and they look like I'm surprised the lack of quality in a team that spends so much money.
Bro, I need a Chelsea fan to come on to talk about Garnacho, bro, because I watched that guy yesterday. It was so bad, bro. It was so bad.
He got a goal, though.
But still, man, the whole performance, it was just... I can't lie, man.
He got them the match-winning goal. Allow it. Leave the agenda alone. Chelsea, their main issue right now is discipline. 3 red cards in 3 games.
I don't think it's a discipline thing, though, is it? It's just...
That's sometimes clearly a discipline thing. What are we talking about?
Bro, it happens. I remember Bruno getting like red cards.
3 red cards in 3 games, guys. Come on.
It is. Yeah, it's highly unlikely.
He's just leaving me out to dry. He's like,
no.
Nah.
You know what? The thing is, I was gonna let you speak on it because a couple seasons ago, or maybe it was early in Arteta's run, like your team was suffering some red cards, and it wasn't really on the managers. Yeah, so I was gonna let you speak on it, not leaving you out to dry.
Now, you know what? Sometimes there were some shocking decisions, and sometimes it was just the players being poor. But right now, I look at Sanchez, I look at Joao Pedro's, and I look at this, and I just say to myself, is it a discipline thing? You know what? Maybe it's not. You're right, because it is 3 completely separate different incidents.
I think it's a bad run.
It's just a bad run, brain fart moments. Overall, I don't think Maresca's at fault for that. What he's at fault for is how they capitulate the games after they go down to 10 men.
Yeah, his decision making, especially in that United game, was wow.
And I tried off Palmer.
Yeah, I tried to give him a bly. I was like, you know what? Maybe he just said, "This game's not happening. It's in the conditions are terrible. My best player's got to come off. Let me just concede this game and look forward." But he's made mistakes with these subs again. So I don't know.
It's like he's overcomplicating it a bit, like with their team selection and. But at the end of the day, look, like Chelsea fans, I doubt they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna sack him. I think we're close to sacking them.
This is Chelsea, M.
I know, but still, like I don't like they seem to still back him. Like I don't know.
But guys, you know, I don't feel like I have confidence in Chelsea to do anything versus Liverpool. Like I had more confidence in Palace. I had more confidence in Newcastle.
Okay,
I look at Chelsea's recent performances. They have not looked so good across all competitions.
Okay, let me ask you this, and I asked this. I will ask this of Chelsea fans, and I asked this on a show, but no one read it, so I don't know if they're thinking about it. I'm gonna ask you. Do you think that Chelsea have equal or better quality to Crystal Palace? And do you think if they have that quality that they cannot duplicate what Crystal Palace did to Liverpool?
I think Crystal Palace is a better defensive team than Chelsea, and I think Crystal Palace are better on the counter and are better suited to playing Liverpool in a way that causes them problems. Where Chelsea, their midfield of Enzo, Caicedo, and Lavia hasn't really played much. Cole Palmer's also out injured, so that's another big bro. The best case scenario and they also have one of their center backs injured, another center back with a red card. How many players are out? Badiashile is out, Colwell's out, Lavia's out, Delap's out, Fofana's out.
They could get a draw though. I reckon they could get a draw.
That's a disaster for Liverpool. A draw would be a disaster.
They have all these players out. They have 4 center backs out. They're going into this game versus Liverpool with Hato and Achimpong. I forget his name. How do you pronounce his name? Achimpong? Yeah, Achimpong. That's an academy center back, and Hato, who just signed. And it's like their back line is going to be Reece James, Achimpong, Hato, and Cucurella. Let me just show you. This team does not breed confidence in me, telling me they're going to win. Like, I look at Liverpool. If they can't get the job done versus this Chelsea, they got problems bigger than Allison being injured, bigger than trying to figure out what's going on with Florian Wirtz.
I see it being a draw. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Like, I'm not
Wait,
going
you
to
dropped Wirtz?
Yeah, apparently they feel like Wirtz is going to get dropped in this game because he must win.
What? In a
Because-
must-win game, they're dropping
get
their
100 mil.
record.
That's crazy, yeah. That's bro. Do you know what I'm saying? No, but do you know what? We were talking about this before, and I was like, Pogba was getting so much shit because of like
Speak
so
on
much
it.
stick. Sorry, because because of the price tag. But if you compare both players, it's night and day. Whereas Wirtz, I'm not gonna jump the gun and say, look, like we expect so much more from him, but we do expect a little bit better. I'll be
That's
honest.
not
with you.
jumping the gun. We
That's
do
what I'm
expect
saying.
more.
Yeah, like 100
Let's
mil.
talk to
And do you know
Rack.
what? When you look at it now,
Rax doesn't
Rack,
want to talk about it. See, he's
yeah,
stressing
he's
me
eating,
right
he's eating
You
his
think Wirtz
Doritos.
is going to get dropped?
Nachos. He's eating his nachos. But bro, do you reckon? Like honestly, bro, like,
Prime is in the building. Shut
do
up.
you think you even need? Do you think Wirtz was like a much needed signing? Like, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like
Welcome,
you did win the
Prime.
transfer
Welcome,
window. Big
Yo,
up,
big up Prime, man. Long time.
Prime clutch.
Prime's ignoring us.
Found a Chelsea fan.
Um,
So
Ignoring
right
that.
now, we were just
Yeah.
talking about this lineup for the two of you. What do you call it? Rack and Prime, and we're just saying Chelsea's team doesn't breed confidence in us, and Florian Wirtz is projected to be dropped for this game, or rotated, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Rack, you going to speak about Wirtz, or are you going to speak about?
oh, sorry. I thought you were asking Prime. Sorry. I mean, I think it's ironic when people use the word "dropped" sometimes when it's kind of conveniently more dramatic. Like, I expect Wirtz to play, and
expect him to start?
he has. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, sorry, when I meant play, I meant start. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
just to be clear. I long term, I don't have any concerns about him. The guy's German Player of the Year twice, so I shouldn't have any concerns. He's got the qualities there. He needs to start
Prime. I
showing it, though.
remember Timo Werner looking really good over in that league.
Yeah.
He wasn't playing. He wasn't. Let's name some of the other players who've been German Player of the Year. Your guy, Vela, your legends. You remember him?
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne.
You know,
You haven't forgotten him already.
Rax,
You
Rax, do
haven't
not
forgotten
compare
him
him.
already.
Don't,
You haven't forgotten him already.
Don't
You
ever
haven't forgotten him
compare.
already, have you?
No, you don't have the right to compare Wirtz to KDB. No, you
Can
don't
I
have the
can
right
I
to do
can
that.
I speak on the Wirtz thing? Like if we're gonna talk seriously, like rival fans are jumping on it now because he hasn't
course.
started off well, and he's
Of
cost
course.
a lot.
Do
of
we not have a right to?
and because
You have a right to.
because Liverpool fans do the same when it was Caicedo. You guys made fun of his mom and stuff like that, and whatever you call Grealish a flop for 100 mil. Declan Rice is still considered a flop, so to some people.
Thank you,
But
Prime.
if we're being serious, Wirtz will eventually kick on. I expect him to start kicking on when AFCON starts and Salah goes off.
You expect it, bro? Are you a little bit hopeful?
Yeah.
Because
AFCON.
No. He
2026.
no. The AFCON's in December, so I expect Wirtz to start
December,
looking.
December this year.
start
Well, yeah,
looking good in,
2026.
like,
Well, yeah, just a
November.
month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a month, bro. It's fine. But regardless,
Stop being so impatient, Vader.
Wirtz will be fine. He's not like I get people can jump on the wagon. It's fine. Wirtz will be fine. Like I don't.
Bro,
it's
but
not-
what
it's
make
not big.
what?
Rax is saying he's
what
going to
do
be
you-
KDB-esque.
That's what I'm saying.
No, but the thing is also.
Rax said he's going to be
Well,
like
hold on,
KDB.
hold on, Rax. Can I just say, you know why I know who'll be fine? Because mentioning Werner is shameless. I saw Werner
Yes.
and Havertz. I knew they would flop in this league.
No, it
They are
doesn't
not
matter
good
about you
footballers.
knew. It doesn't matter about you knew. It's about
Well,
how good.
mentally they're not good footballers. Wirtz is a very good footballer. He'll eventually be fine.
Fundamentally, he's a good footballer. I don't know.
No,
what you're talking-
bro, do you know what it is? I don't think it comes down to being a good footballer. I just think if you're in a system that doesn't suit how you play and everything doesn't go through you, you're going to struggle. Whereas everything goes through Salah.
Yeah, but
last
Liverpool,
season.
a lot of players at Liverpool are struggling right now.
Yeah,
So it's
and
not like
also.
Liverpool are free flowing and everything's amazing and it's just Wirtz that stinks. A lot of things in Liverpool aren't actually like flowing right now. So
Yeah, but you
and
spent
also-
100 million on
No,
Wirtz for him to be the solution.
But ultimately, Wirtz has to do well this season. Agreed. but we've also signed him for the very long term. We're signing him beyond Salah. Salah's going to be here a maximum of another year, another season after this, right? I even think this may be his last season. So just in terms of just in terms of squad planning and all that kind of stuff, we needed to start looking at a time post Salah.
100%.
You know,
I get that.
M Prime and Egal. I love the media darlings and all these like long-term investment for the future, and we're going to apply it to our big signings in the future. Whenever you guys start to crash it on our players, we're just going to remind you, yeah, but we bought them for the long term.
Yeah, about Vert. You know what also helps? Like, you can't stink forever. Verts, if it takes a month or two, fine, but he has to eventually start playing well, and Liverpool have to eventually start winning. Now, for rivals, who cares? Because Grealish played a big part in City winning a treble, and no one cared regardless. He's still a flop. So
I don't know, but I don't think you compare Grealish to Verts right
Prime,
now.
what do you mean no one cared?
Bro, Grealish actually...
No, rivals don't care. Because rivals will still say he's a flop, is what my point.
Yeah, so rivals are going to crash it.
But that's my same, like, Verts. Like, my thing is, when you spend that much money in the eyes of rivals, there's nothing you can really do, regardless.
But you know what? Right now, they're top of the league. If they win the league, I don't think anyone will care. But if
rivals,
no, they did care. They still cared with Grealish.
Yeah,
okay.
100%.
There's a level in standards.
For Liverpool fans, like, fine, but in terms of rivals, they won't care. Because Chelsea fans, we still love Caicedo, but Liverpool fans will crash on him whenever they can, regardless.
But bro, but hold on. Do you think it's the player's fault for him not getting picked? Because Grealish, he wasn't getting picked for Pep, but when he did play, he wasn't arse.
No, he was getting picked. He was playing our left wing out of position, and they still want to crash it on that player. So
1 second. Let's forget about that. Why are we diverting away so far? Let's bring it back.
Good point. Bring it back.
Chelsea play Liverpool. Can Chelsea shock Liverpool in this game?
No.
You're a Chelsea fan, bro.
No shock.
No. You know why we can't beat Liverpool? Because we got Bozo as a goalkeeper. Who, according to my fan base, he's better than Donnarumma, but that's a different discussion.
Didn't you have him last year?
We're not. Do I what?
Didn't you have the same keeper last year?
Last year for what?
For your games versus Liverpool.
Yes, we did.
And did you not get results versus
the first game we played against Liverpool?
It's always a ball fest.
In my opinion, we were the better team, but they beat us from experience and Sanchez being a bozo. The second game we played Liverpool, they'd already won the title, so I don't care about that game.
So Prime being very honest, basically saying his team, he doesn't think they can do it because of injuries and the goalkeeper, right?
Bro, how can you? Bro, look at Liverpool's performances.
Oh wow, great, but they're still better. I think like it'll be a close game, and we'll do the whole like we played well and whatever, but the goalkeeper will do something and give Liverpool a goal, which will result in them beating us.
Fair. What about the fact that Liverpool struggled versus Palace and Galatasaray? Could your team set up in a counter-attacking way?
Yes, we can, but Palace have Palace don't make bozo mistakes like certain players in our team do. That's why that's why 2 out of the 3 red cards we've gotten have come from our defensive players.
All right, we're gonna have to move this on. But
sorry, I got one sec. Sorry,
before you go to the next topic.
Before we go to the next topic, 1 second, man. Yeah, because you spent a lot of money, bro, and I don't want to say that again. I don't want to like.
We spent. I know we spent a lot of money.
You spent a lot of money, yeah, and to still sit here and be like, champions of the world, all of that, like. And to come up against Liverpool and you can see what they're going through. I don't know, man. I just think you can actually, test them this game. I don't see why you're not confident.
Well, I haven't sat here and said champions of the world and all that. I don't know which.
No, not you. I'm saying look, you got Lewis. There's a few of them, bro. There's a few. Trust me, I know.
Lewis and that. Okay, yeah.
You got a few of them, bro.
Yeah, but winning the Club World Cup, which is amazing for us. Winning the Club World Cup doesn't erase the fact that, Sanchez is actually not good and Chalobah is not good. And when Colwell got injured, we didn't replace him. So our center back line.
That Colwell injury was a big one. I'll be honest, because he
that doesn't erase the fact. I thought even with that, we could still challenge because I looked at Arsenal and City and Liverpool, and they also have big deficiencies. But City fixed their deficiency somewhat by signing a world-class goalkeeper in Donnarumma. Liverpool have squad depth in their forward line, and even though they don't look great right now, I expect Slot to figure it out because he is a brilliant coach. And Arsenal, it looks like you have a complete squad on paper, but Arteta won't win you the league regardless. You still have your deficiency, but it's still better than Chelsea right now because we don't have.
We're not talking about Arsenal yet. Let's get to
No,
Chelsea.
I wasn't talking about Arsenal. I was just proving the point of like we haven't fixed our deficiencies, so we're not gonna challenge for this league, which is unfortunate. But regardless, this is what the sporting directors want. After spending a 1.5 or whatever it is, our best goalkeeper was third choice at Brighton, and our best center back is an academy kid in Chalaba that we've been trying to sell for 3 years. So this is me being honest. I don't know which other Chelsea fans like Chelsea Don that you speak to that gets gassed all the time about Madueke and stuff like that, but I'll actually.
Hey,
No, I hear it. I hear it.
hey, let's shots fired. Let's move on though.
It's not even
for
shots.
the game itself.
No, it's
Everyone,
just
what's your score predictions?
Chelsea got to him again.
So, score predictions. Chelsea versus Liverpool. What's your prediction, bro?
Brian?
I don't know.
That's what I was
I
gonna say.
don't know.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can let you know. Gal, you were lagging, so I asked a
Oh,
question
okay,
for
there
you.
go.
Score prediction.
I don't know. Like,
What's the first thing that pops in your head?
1-0 or 2-1, something like that. I think it'll be close, but
Yeah.
Liverpool ultimately just win.
I go 1-1.
Yeah, I'll mirror that, Gal.
Are people hoping that Chelsea get something off Liverpool because Arsenal and City need it in the title race, or do you guys actually believe we can do it?
No, actually,
Don't say no, Vader. You're
Arsenal
in the
and City
race.
don't need
say
it.
no.
It's
But you're in the
game
title
week
race, Vader. Don't say no.
7. It's game week 7. We don't need anything right now. It's not hoping for like it's too
I
early.
think
in the season.
officially uncensored 888 said 1-1 both. Both are out of form. Alisson missing is a huge blow. Robert Sanchez is equals itself out. You're both not in form, but you ain't got a bad team. I still think you can cause them problems, especially defensively. Liverpool look a bit, but then again, Liverpool could just turn it on. Like they do have that in their
Prime.
That's
Prime, you were
why
here.
I have them edging the win. Yeah.
So Prime, you weren't here. I asked the question, and
Was
getting
it the
at
question
Chelsea
you
would be
asked
great.
about? Do Palace have better individuals defensively than us? Yes, they do.
Yeah, is there Maresca? Does he have any tools at Chelsea to mirror or to replicate? Take something away from the Crystal Palace game and apply that to the Liverpool game for you guys?
No, because Sanchez will make a mistake and we'll lose.
Okay.
Do you know what, bro? It's crazy how you're just putting it down to Sanchez. But
Yo,
now, if you lose
is
that
Sanchez
game,
the scapegoat amongst the Chelsea fans?
yeah.
No, he's honestly the worst goalkeeper in this league. And
no, Bayern did.
but you know, two cheeks of the same flat ass. We also have Baddy Show just come back. Sorry, guy. I know it's allowed. My bad.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, let's keep it. It's a family show.
Buying there, or Baddy Show's just come back from injury, and he looked good against Benfica. But again, Liverpool is a different test than Benfica. I would play Achingpong. I actually rate him. I think he's a very good talent. And I hope he does play because with Chalaba's red card, the big blessing is he won't have to face Liverpool. I won't have to play down to 10 men again.
So him and Hato with Reece James and Cucurella.
I don't think it's going to be Hato. I think it's going to be Badiashile because he came off against Benfica. So it will be Badiashile. No, he played against Benfica. He's back. So okay. I'm assuming it's going to be Badiashile and Achingpong because Fofana's out with the concussion thing. So
let's hear from Rack. What's Rack's score prediction?
I actually don't think it's going to be another great performance, but I think we'll do enough and we'll win 2-1. I can see us maybe winning 2-0 and then Chelsea get a goal back and then kind of it's a little bit jittery for us, but I think we'll win.
I got a question for you, Rax. What do you think the added time might be?
Depends if we're winning or drawing or losing.
Good point. Good.
Apparently.
Good answer.
Yeah, apparently,
Wait,
right? Because we're
Vader, why
because
did you
people-
ask that question?
Oh no, I just
I
wanted
have
to
no
put Rack-
idea, bro.
He's taking the piss, man. He's taking the piss. Let's move on, guys.
It would
Let's
affect
move on.
my score prediction knowing the amount. Of
Honestly,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem like you guys want to give score predictions. You guys just
I
want to
think
say
2-1. I think 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah. It'll be close. 2-1, 1-0.
It'll be a good game. It'll be a good game, and I actually think that Liverpool score first. They have a way of not being able to keep a clean sheet, and then Chelsea score, and it'll be a little dramatic, but at the end, Liverpool win the game, I think.
All right, Manchester City play Brentford, Leeds versus Tottenham, and Manchester United versus Sunderland, Arsenal versus West Ham. There's a lot of games to get into. Let's start with Tottenham. Let's just get it out of the way. Leeds versus Tottenham. Tottenham, this is a get-right game for them after dropping points to their bogey team Wolves, which I did predict on the last show, remember, boys? They are probably going to get it right versus Leeds. They're probably going to win.
Is it away? Away.
It is away to Leeds, but Tottenham have been performing versus teams like Leeds.
Calvert-Lewin, man, he could turn up if he's fit. He's been playing decent for them. Like, I don't know. It could be. I don't know. It could go either way. Like, are we real?
What are you guys saying? Score predictions, boys. Anybody?
I think Spurs. What did you say? It's a get right game. Do right.
Yeah, they need to get right after the
Get
Wolves.
right. Yeah, I think this is the win for Spurs.
12:30
I don't
kickoff.
I still
That could
think
go
it
either
doesn't
way,
matter,
you know.
but-
At Leeds,
Nah, they'll get the job done. This is the last game before international break, right? So
Yeah.
they'll. I think they
2-1 Tottenham.
3-1.
Yeah,
3-1.
3-1. Okay.
I say a tight 2-1 victory to Spurs.
All right. Manchester United, after they just got battered by Brentford, we're going to go to Sunderland. And I feel like this one we might stay a little bit longer on it. But what is everyone saying about Sunderland versus Manchester United? I'm not going to lie to you guys. Just to start off, I don't see Manchester United winning this game.
Where is it? Where is it?
It's at Old Trafford. Does it matter?
Oh, yeah, it does matter. Yeah, Old
It does
Trafford that
matter.
one.
I do want to say, I respect the fact that I'm seeing you. Right? There's
Thank
some
you. Thank you, man.
United. I'm just saying there's some United fans
Thank you,
right
bro.
now that are ghost. They're
Yeah.
nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, well,
So
like Liverpool fans during a 30-year period, they were nowhere to be seen, but they're everywhere now. They're everywhere now. But yeah, bro, it's again, it's funny you said you don't see Man United winning because I was going to give a Sunderland win as my prediction. Yeah, man, first time ever. But you know what? There's a light at the end of the tunnel as long as this manager gets sacked.
is
Who
that
was
why
it?
you're predicting?
Was it
loss?
Rack? Yeah, no, but not just that. I just don't see. He's going to go with the same flipping team. He's so stubborn. He's going to go with Bruno in the midfield with Agate. He's going to bench Kobe Mainu. It's going to be the same. A win against Sunderland doesn't change anything. So even if we were to win, I'm still at that point where I'm like, I'm checked out.
Week
Do you
7.
guys feel like they're in limbo?
Yeah.
You feel like they're in limbo? I feel like this happens every year now.
Nah, not
Well,
every year.
not every year. Well, just last year and this year. Because the year before that, I think we won a. Well, actually, yeah, the year before that, I think we finished 8th and won the FA Cup. So, well, no,
Like,
the League Cup. So,
M's a great guy. Like, I enjoy when we do content stuff. So for his sake, I wish his team was doing better. But this is United. I'm happy for it. Like, this is not that M's wanted this.
this is
one of
so
them.
dark. You know what? I
No,
can't
but
lie.
this-
This is so
There's
dark.
a word in
bro.
German. There's a word in German for this. It's called Schadenfreude.
Is
And
it?
Vader, I think, he's rejoicing in this. He's
In my-
basking in the glory
In my mind, I was
of
thinking
United's.
like charity, like miskin in Arabic. Miskin, again, you know what a miskin is? Like a poor fellow, a poor guy. Like, you know, it's a poor. You need to look after these people. You know, they've had it hard. That's what.
It's one of those where there could only be so many clubs having success, and right now it's United's turn not to have it.
Yeah,
Right?
no,
Yeah.
good point. Yeah.
So it's not that I'm wishing it upon you guys, but I also know that there's a balance to the football universe, and now it's your turn to be poor. Long may it continue.
I hear
With-
it. I hear it.
With the manager, though, I think he gets a result. It just
It
seems.
doesn't change anything, man.
I know it doesn't change anything because then your board say he's got 3 games,
Yeah.
right? He's got
Yeah.
3 games to.
They told
What
him
are
to
the-
change the formation, apparently.
Yeah. I think his housemate told him to change the formation. Everyone's told him to change the formation. He's still not.
That's crazy.
He's still not willing to do it, and he's persisting with the same team. There's a lot of things that have come out, especially towards like other managers like Glasner, Xavi. There's a lot of links to other managers. I'll be honest with you, and the board's saying they're backing him, but you don't
If you
back
care
someone.
for any of those managers, you don't want them at your club. I'm just gonna say that.
To be honest with you, Veta, I'll take Carrick and Fletcher back as interim until the end of the season.
You're the wisest United fan right now, because a
Yeah.
lot of United fans want to bring in the next hot manager, and
Nah,
you guys are just gonna ruin him because he's gonna come in mid-season, have all these high expectations.
100%.
I'm with you. Have an interim for the year. Do it right next year. That's what Amrin should have done in hindsight, but.
No, 100%, man, 100%. But yeah, I appreciate everyone, having their sympathy. I get it, but we'll be back.
It makes you stronger. Yeah, it makes.
Yeah, 100%, man,
Whatever
100%.
doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Let's get into.
Look at Rack's right now.
Just make sure you don't die, eh?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. Do you have any idea how much this hurts coming from you two? Like Liverpool,
I'm pretty
Manchester
sure.
City. This kills, right? This is.
That's true.
hurting
By the
my
way, you want
soul.
Arsenal to win the league, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'll take City winning it one more time. Arsenal are just. I'll take City.
Keep it in Manchester.
I'll take City winning it one, because I'll be honest with you, I know too many Arsenal fans. Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to leave my house. My family members are Arsenal.
You're welcome
Liverpool
to join us
fans.
at the parade.
Wise
You're
words.
welcome to join us at the parade if we do win.
Bro, I'll meet you there. But
Wait, did
it
you
won't
say
be from-
you say you take City winning the league again over Arsenal winning the league?
That's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
right.
I'll take that one more time. Hopefully we can catch up by then. But
Why you made
bro,
that face?
hold on, you're a Chelsea fan, bro.
Well,
You
I'm
really
making
telling
what-
me?
what
You
am I
really
for?
telling me you want Arsenal? Wait, you? Sorry,
No,
bro,
I
didn't want
no, I just didn't know what the question was. That's why I was interested.
Because, bro, if you lived in England or London, you'd understand what these guys are like. bro.
I
You
do
can't-
live in England. I live in London. Yeah.
You live in London, so
I know-
you know, bro.
Yeah, I know how annoying Arsenal fans are, and I also know, like, you as a City fan, does it not hurt you the fact that City are slowly but surely building towards your legacy?
I'll
Not
be honest
surely,
with you.
not surely.
My thing is, I know
No,
how they
it
got
is
it.
slowly but surely. They have like 13
No.
Premier Leagues. You are slowly
No.
but surely building towards it. Yeah, I'm not
No,
wrong.
for me, it's more like, I'm gonna be honest with you, Veta, no disrespect. I don't know no City fans around. Well-
That's why you're right to say rather have City win it than Arsenal.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I don't know no
yeah,
City fans.
bro,
Like, there's
and-
no one
and
gonna call me up and be like, "Hey,
Yeah,
City won the
they
league."
can
There's none of that.
And you're not wrong, but that's how the like
They could have
the
whoever they want.
legacy. That's how the legacy and the heritage starts.
Stop it,
Like
bro.
they have
But
what
how
6
did that?
friends in 8
But
years.
hold on. But how
Stop
did
it,
that?
bro.
How did that
Stop it.
come? How did they get that?
All right, guys, we're kind of going on
What do you mean,
semantics.
how
Let's
did
bring
they
it
get
back.
to
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
We're going
let's
to talk
bring it
about
back, let's bring
City.
it back.
Let's talk about City. City just drew in the Champions League and they look pissed. Are they now going to take it out on Brentford?
We have.
Where
to.
is it? Where is it? Brentford or City?
Brentford at home, yeah.
Ooh,
It's an away game. It's important. Brentford is one of our bogey teams. It's one of our bogey
I mean,
teams.
they've got.
Whenever you come to Vader about City, right? If it's City are playing even
I love how you took off his
tough
jacket as
game,
well.
the first
He
thing
said, all right, let's go.
the first thing he does
Let's
is
go.
he's like he takes there's like a deep intake of breath, and he's like, they're our bogey team, they're a tough team, they got good players, blah 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 blah, and then this is how he sets the scene to lower expectations.
No.
Hey,
I gotta
Rack.
show respect.
It's very Pep-esque, isn't it? Do you guys not notice the manager often reflects the fan base? So when Chelsea had Jose, our fans reflected. Like I grew up with Mourinho, so I'm very much like a Mourinho thinking sort of person. Vater, he reminds me very much of a Black Pep. Liverpool fans behave like
I'm gonna shake my head,
very
actually. I'm
much,
gonna shake my head.
very much.
That'd be a good look.
So yeah,
I've
again,
I've never heard anyone.
gaslighting and twisting it.
Bro, this is the. Hey, bro,
Yeah,
hey,
he's-
I get it, Veta. Take
he's
that.
left.
Vader's
I'm
taking that.
gonna
Black
take it. I'm gonna
Guardiola.
take it.
Left Guardiola.
If it's reflecting the modesty the respect of the opponent that my manager shows, then I'm
No,
going to do that.
the gaslighting, we cannot replace that. Cannot replace it.
Terrible.
That sort of thing. Hey, no, but I say that with respect though, because Pep's one of the best. So
Pep is,
good thing.
Pep is one of
He
the-
is.
but you
You know
can't
what I
ignore
hate?
you can't ignore that he is respectful of his opponents. He does talk
He's
highly
not.
of
He
the players.
gaslights, but yeah.
He gaslights,
Yeah.
bro. This is what I was gonna say. Every single time, a sentence leaves Pep Guardiola's mouth about Man United or a Man United player or a manager, it goes to shit for us. Honestly, Maguire. It started with Maguire. You lot were linked with him, and he was like, "Oh, they got a good player." All of that.
He
Bro,
was
worst
a good
signing-
player.
Worst signing for Man United. Yeah. Then there was Eric Ten Hag, and he was like, "What was the comment, Vader? Help me out." He was like, "Yeah, Man United are back."
He said United are back with a good
Manchester
man, with a
United
very
are
good
back
manager.
with a big grin as well. That's when I knew this guy's up to something.
No.
Then
no.
Amarim was supposed to be the guy to replace Pep, and
Yeah.
I'm like, so now I'm just like, just anything to do with Pep, just don't even mention my club.
No, I don't think you need to go that far. The manager, the club, how we reflect, we're all individuals. But this game, when I took the deep breath, like Rax wanted to point out, is because it is Brentford. Brentford have been a trouble, a thorn in the side of City for a few seasons now.
With Thomas
I
Frank,
can't-
he's not there.
That's true. That is true. But the club and their ability to be effective is still there. They're
Not really.
still
Mbeumo's
Mbeumo's gone. How poor have any of you guys played Brentford yet?
Yeah, we just lost to them last
I
week.
played Brentford.
Great timing. Brentford's
It
like,
wasn't
here's
for
one I
Em to
made
answer.
earlier.
It wasn't for Em. It wasn't for Em to answer. But
We drew against Brentford as well. Brentford's biggest feat this season is beating the worst United team we've seen since World War II. It doesn't count.
okay,
Good
but you
point,
guys
good
drew
point.
against them when you guys were before you guys.
Yeah, and
Right.
we drew against them because you know what we are defensively. What else?
They can but they can make it difficult for you, especially if you're away. Are you playing them away, Vader? Or at
We're
home?
playing them away, and one thing I want to
They'll
point
make
out,
it
and you guys,
difficult, but
you
they
guys
have
can ignore
Kelleher
this
in
if
goal.
you
City,
want.
Not
City
good.
will have too much. City will have too
Kelleher
much
is not
for them.
good. You guys have Holland. You end up beating them like 3-1, 4-1.
I hope for that result. I'm actually predicting a 2-1 because we can't keep clean sheets either. But there's something that happens at my club. Maybe it doesn't happen at yours. But going into international break, that's Twilight Zone, voodoo, hoodoo, Bermuda Triangles. Things go weird at City when we're going into an international break. So I'm really concerned because I see players not going in for the 50-50s. I see a little like pulling out of tackles because they want to make sure that they're available internationally. So I'm predicting 2-1. It's not going to be comfortable. And I hope it's not even us surrendering the first goal and having to make a comeback. But I don't see a comfortable game. 2-1 City. And we need to try, and I say this every week, I just need to try and stay within arm's reach of Igal and Arteta's Arsenal. And
Oh,
to try
Vader,
and stay
stop,
close.
stop,
I need to stay
stop,
close
stop, stop.
with Rax and Liverpool. And if I can just get to the Christmas break.
Same thing I was saying to Rack. About my brother bottom left about how much money Chelsea have spent. I feel like you lot still have. Another thing, you have to give credit to Pep because he actually has gone through another rebuild this year. If you actually deep it, this is probably like his fifth.
Miguel doesn't
or
want you to talk
sixth.
about the rebuild.
Let me just say this: when we're talking about City and Liverpool, they have also had a decent start to the season, right? But Arsenal now have an easier start, easy 6 games coming up, 5 games coming up compared to Liverpool and City. City have Brentford, Everton, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, Liverpool. Liverpool and City play each other, of course. The Liverpool play Chelsea, Manchester United, Brentford, Aston Villa, and Man City. These are some tough games. Now, Arsenal have dropped points in the past to Fulham, West Ham, Crystal Palace, and these guys. So those are not easy games either. But in comparison, it's night and day. So I should be able to come out of these next 5 games with an
Yeah, I think the only difficult one would probably be Crystal
much more
Palace.
confident that I'll pick up maximum points. Where City and Liverpool, they're gonna have to work hard against the Brentfords, the Evertons, the Aston Villas, the Bournemouths, compared to me playing.
Rack. You got Chelsea, Man United. Is that Brentford? Brentford away,
Yeah.
Aston Villa, and Manchester.
Brentford away.
Hey, bro.
Well, Brentford, you know how it is with Brentford. They're a bit of our bogey team, Tough going to
Get your own bars,
the
Rax.
G
Get
Tech
your
or whatever
own
it's called.
My point is, everyone's now counting City in this title race again.
No.
Well, City were always in the title race.
No.
I thought
you are. No, wait, don't do that, man. Don't do that.
What are you telling me not to do?
Because you've got, bro, I'm not going to lie. You might have some injuries. I'm not sure. But, bro, like your team, when I look at your players, how many injuries have you got?
I had Shirky, Marmouche.
Are they back yet, though?
Bro,
they'll be back after international break.
Well, that's it then. Time to cook.
City, the last.
That's it, bro. Bro, I'm sorry, bro. Haaland, bro, that's too much.
The last 4 league titles that they won, the last 4 times when they won league titles,
random statistic incoming. Go on.
They did not face too many defeats during the season. I'm saying 2 of those seasons they had less than 4 defeats, and then the other 2 they had 5 and 6 respectively. This season already they have 2 defeats in the league.
Yes.
So the way that they started off the season made me think, you know what, these guys are not going to be able to keep up.
Thank you, Igal. No title race for City.
No, but hold on, bro.
Igal just gave you the stats. No. Igal just gave you the stats.
You're also the only team that can go 10 unbeaten or 9 unbeaten.
No, Arsenal and Liverpool both can do that too.
Yeah, exactly. Arsenal and Liverpool can do it. City are. If you want to talk about,
Can do what?
Sarcastic, you know.
I'm not being sarcastic. Igal's giving you the facts.
Periods going unbeaten.
Yeah, but Vader, you know what you can do that those 2 teams can't do? When you put pressure on them, they will crumble.
Big up, Tim.
So if you just keep pace until the end of the season, to the back end of the season, you will win the league against them. Because Liverpool's 2 titles they've won, they've not won a Premier League title race. And Arsenal,
all right, you know what?
Oh, hold on, Igal. Let me respond to this. No.
I'm not having it. Because this crumble talk, 90% of it was because I did not have the squad depth to deal with these issues. Now I feel like I actually have more problem solving within my team than they do. I look at City, I look at Liverpool. They have more issues if certain players are out of their team compared to Arsenal.
Egal, did we have a perfect squad last season?
No,
but
in fact, no. Rack,
okay, fine.
No, but
okay, fine.
Rack,
but you also faced
okay.
2 teams. You also faced 2 teams that had capitulating injuries.
No, but Rack, last year Arsenal had a better squad than you. Remember that was said?
Wait, did they?
That's what people said. The Arsenal have a better squad than Liverpool.
That is what people said.
Start of last season, yes.
But they didn't have it.
No one had Liverpool in a title race. Arsenal were supposed to win the league, be in a title race.
That is true.
So
that is true.
I'm just saying.
To start this season, let's keep it 110%. Everybody had Liverpool winning the league by a canter.
And no one had City. That's what I'm saying. No one had City in this title race. I want to keep it consistent.
I did.
Yeah, bro. No, I did. Bro, no, Vader, don't say that because even last season, I was telling you about Turkey. I was telling you about all of these players, and I was like, you're not going to start cooking.
There's definitely people who had City in the title race.
Listen, I still have Liverpool winning the league.
It's Pep Guardiola, bro. You're crazy. Who doesn't?
But the thing is, I don't expect Liverpool are not going to run away with it by like 10 plus points.
Yeah.
So
is Arsenal not a serious threat though? The way you're speaking, you're making it seem like Arsenal's not a serious threat.
You know what? I'll take that. Third favorite.
I'm talking about me.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes,
we were 4th, but Chelsea aren't looking that good. I had 4th. I had 4th for a second.
Arsenal not a serious threat. You guys are going to challenge, of course, but you're not going to win the league.
Why not?
Because I don't trust Arteta.
Well,
okay.
I've said for the past 2 seasons, or not 2 seasons. The year you first challenged, I said that season in March that
3 seasons.
I expect you guys to just go on to win the league now because you've been top for so long. I can't keep saying because up until that point I kept saying, "Oh, Arsenal are going to drop off. You're going to drop off." You just kept winning, right. So I was like, I just accepted you're going to win the league, whatever it is, what it is. I might as well accept it now than just wait for you to win it. And then you ended up crumbling. And then I was like, you guys have a good enough squad because you've shown that you can challenge. You showed that the year after that and the year after that, which was last season. You've been having a good enough squad to compete for majors. You've been having a good enough squad to at least win a trophy.
Well, that's a fair point.
I'm looking at Arteta now as the problem. Why can't you win a trophy? Not that you win I'm not demanding win the Prem or the Champions League, right? I'm just saying, why can't you just deliver a trophy? Why not?
And what's the problem? I believe this team is good enough now to compete on all 4 fronts.
Okay, but why couldn't you win a trophy last year?
No, Miguel, don't do that.
But it got last year.
I don't believe this team was good enough to do that the last 4 years.
Miguel, you're not good enough to compete for all 4 trophies.
You know why you were last year?
I believe we are, Vader. I believe I have a good enough team where I could rotate and put a team in the FA Cup, League Cup.
Hold on.
Last year, in the Champions League.
Last year,
my best players in the league.
Last year.
So in a roundabout way, you're saying you think you're good enough to compete for a quad.
I believe I have the best squad in the world.
To compete for a quad.
Last year. Hold on.
No, I'm not saying we're gonna win it. I'm not saying we're gonna win it. I'm just saying we have the squad where we're gonna be putting out the best possible team to try to win every single game. There's not a situation where there's not a competition in which I think we're gonna say, oh, let's throw out a shit team to lose.
No, but the thing, but you did that last year though. Hold on, bro. You did that last year because last year you not only competed for the league, you got to the Carabao Cup semi-final and you got smacked up by Eddie Howe's Newcastle, and then you got to the Champions League semi-final by you battered Real Madrid convincingly, and then you were expected to beat PSG, and you got battered by them. So you run the distance last season.
Lack of squad depth.
But it's not lack of squad depth.
No,
it's okay. Let him have his.
You can't put it down to squad depth. You can't put that PSG.
Gabriel wasn't playing. Gabriel wasn't playing.
That's his reason.
But hold on.
Doesn't matter who it was. He's got his reason.
Do you know what's a real lack of squad depth? Liverpool last year is a lack of squad depth because they only went far for one trophy. They got to a final against Newcastle and they were gassed off by this latter half of the season. If we're going to be honest about Liverpool, with Arsenal, you did run the distance last year. They're better in their attack.
I just saw.
You don't have to. You guys, but Arsenal last year, you guys last year ran the distance with your squad in all comps. You actually did, and you still didn't. It still came out with nothing.
I'm not gonna lie.
This is not me because you're getting a bit bothered by it. I'm not slamming my Hold on. Let me finish. Hold on. I'm not on Arteta saying he's a bad manager or anything. I think he's a very brilliant coach. But what he's done starting at Arsenal and getting to a point where you guys can be a challenging team and one of the best in the world and all of that, that's fine. But can he actually cross the line? I don't believe he can. Because he's had multiple seasons and multiple different scenarios and still not been able to do it.
Okay, we can't answer a question that you have to see it to believe it.
You're not the only one, bro. There's a lot. 80% of Arsenal fans probably agree with you.
Am I tripping or did he not just say he has to see it to believe it?
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
No, but you said you don't trust the manager. So
no. What I said was he's run the distance. He's done everything now, and every scenario of don't have the squad depth. Last year, he used your actual squad because against Real Madrid when you didn't have Gabriel and you played Kivior, Arsenal fans praised how Kivior played. That was because of Arteta and how you guys set up. No, awesome. He did everything, and you're still not able to win a trophy, not a Prem or a Champions League. I'm talking about a trophy. You guys got battered against Newcastle in the Carabao Cup semi-final. You got battered by them.
We lost it on our own. We lost it on our own. We couldn't finish our dinner.
You got battered by them. You got outplayed both legs.
What do you think is going to happen versus West Ham? You think now that we've gained the advantage on Liverpool coming back, 2-point gap?
I don't think it matters now. Who cares? I think in the back end of the season, when it truly matters, you guys will do what you usually do and crumble.
We're not talking about later in the season.
All right, we're not talking about later. We're talking about right now.
But that's my point.
We don't need to talk. No, save that bar for later. I just
said what happens against West Ham won't matter to me.
But talk about West Ham.
So Arsenal play West Ham at 3:00. Yeah. We have the capability to go top of the league, and then Liverpool play at 5:30.
Woo! Versus Chelsea.
So what do you think is going to happen at 3:00 versus West Ham?
I want West Ham to beat you guys, but realistically, you guys are going to beat them. You'll probably beat them
statement game,
like 2-0.
Yeah.
Like 2-0, 3-1.
3-1. It's going to be a comfortable statement
easy,
Arsenal win over West Ham.
It's just because just because Nuno just got there, so I don't really. There's not been a run of games to see how they'll necessarily set up, but you guys will still beat them regardless. It'll be
Yeah.
you guys will be comfortable. 2-0, 3-1, something like that.
Rack,
But again, like I said, it doesn't matter.
let me
Well,
ask
K
Rack
Prime, yeah.
something. Rack, what do you think about the West Ham game? And a lot of people have now been saying Arsenal are favorites after 2 games. Do you think that's ridiculous?
No, you would have. Sorry.
You guys are
Do I
favorites
think
for West Ham, of course.
what
You would have been
favourites against
favourite.
West Ham? I mean, you are favourites.
No,
Yeah,
favorites,
you are.
favorites to win the league.
Oh,
Who's saying that?
Opta Sports.
Lots of people. Who exactly? Opta Sports.
You know, they also there's also articles about Arsenal being favorites to win the Champions League. Also,
do you know what
Wait,
though? That
who's
in
favorites
terms
to
of
win the league?
consistency, in terms of
Who's favorites to win the
consistency,
league? Who's favorites?
favorites to win the league right now, Arsenal.
no, it would have to
So
be
if you
Liverpool
guys-
though, because
so
they're
if you-
champions.
So you are your own.
Hold on.
You are your own
Well,
source.
wait, hold on. So, Igal, what do you think Liverpool? What do you think Arsenal are doing this season?
I think Arsenal is going to win the league, comfortable.
Do you think you win this comfortably? Do you think you
What do
win
you mean?
the Champions
What do you mean? Whoa, what do you mean by
No,
comfortable?
right. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's fine. You think you win the Champions League?
No,
Yeah, comfortable.
I don't think we win
Comfortable.
the Champions League. I think we get to semi-finals once again.
Okay. And if you don't win the Prem, what happens?
I think we also
Arteta gets fired.
I
He
think
won't.
Arteta
Right,
gets
he
fired.
still won't. One more year.
Arteta has to go. Simple. If we don't
you
win the
said that
league,
last year. You said that last year.
yeah, but you know what changed? Come January, I seen the whole squad was capitulated due to injuries, and I'm like, you know what? I can't put this on the manager this year. The whole team's out injured.
Okay, but what if that
Put that
happens
on the
this year?
training
What if there's another?
That won't
unforeseen
happen this year. That won't
No,
happen this year.
no. I don't
No,
mean
they have the
that.
squad
No,
depth.
no.
That
No,
won't happen
Igal,
this year
I'm not
because
talking
They
about
have
that.
two squads,
because you
Prime.
now-
They have two squads.
No, let me finish. That won't happen this year. 'cause
You didn't
now
let
have
me
the
finish.
squad.
You
No,
didn't let me
you
finish.
asked me a question and then you said
No,
don't start-
I did. No, you didn't let me finish the question. I'm not talking about the injury exactly. I'm saying, what if another unforeseen circumstance happens? Because last year you didn't think about an injury happening to your squad. What if something else happens this season that you've not thought about? What then?
You've
Arteta's not
signed
going
you've
anywhere.
signed enough players this window to prepare for
Okay.
all circumstances. So if
Okay.
there's a situation where something goes wrong, you only have yourself to blame.
Arteta's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Saliba, Saka, they're all signing because they love this manager. He's not going anywhere.
Facts. Honestly, like I said, even if you lot don't win a trophy this season, I guarantee you, Agal, you'll probably give him one. This and then again, it'll be this is the season.
Another excuse.
Bro, wallahi, I am not.
Oh, but Igal, Igal, do you know about the story, the boy who cried wolf?
And you know you're trying shit.
I like Fable. I like Fable.
How am I
Prime.
chatting?
Listen, the Prime. What a comeback, man! I just want to say, Prime. This is an incredible comeback. It's been a long time, bro.
Look,
You've been saying Arsenal are going to win the league for time.
Live
Like,
score. This is live score saying up to sport have Arsenal having.
I
80%
know. I
chance.
saw.
Oh,
Igal, no, but Igal, that's fine. I saw that too. But I'm talking about you specifically. You're the boy who cried wolf. Do you know about the story? Do you know what that story is? Do you know what that story represents?
Of course.
Yeah.
What's your point?
So we all know about the boy who cried wolf, who kept
he's the
repeating the same
2025
thing
version.
over and over. And eventually, when the thing actually happened, no one believed him.
No, one
Arsenal
believes
may win the league this season, but why should we believe you now that you actually will win the league when you said it last year?
Okay, so let's wait then. We're talking about semantics.
Okay,
Let's wait.
fine.
All right, guys.
I'm not talking
For the
about
rest of the season, the shows are cancelled. For the rest of the season, the shows are cancelled.
No, I'm saying what's the point of
we'll
having...
reconvene in summer.
No. It's not cancelled. I'm simply saying we're not having the same discussion.
What's the rest of
We're
it?
having the same discussion.
I'm not having
I'm
semantics.
Rex
using,
doesn't have a
I'm
channel,
using
so
my
he doesn't
eyes, and I see I'm using my eyes, and I see my team on a week-to-week basis play, and I'm looking at the performances of Liverpool, City. I look at my team's defensive performances. I look at my team's attacking performances. I look at the bench, and I see the hitters we have.
Hey,
off the
you're
bench.
off. Big up, man.
And I say to myself, you know what? I think I got what it takes. And you guys are saying, you're looking at Arteta's face and getting angry, saying, you can't do it. I don't give a shit.
I've not mentioned his face and said you can't do it.
No, but you.
When I look at his face, that's weird.
Obviously,
But you know what though, bro? I will say one thing. I will say. Sorry to cut in, but like if I feel like this is if it's gonna be any year, it has to be. This is Arsenal. This is Arsenal's year. I feel like Liverpool looked much better last season, but again, it's still the 7th week. So
But we said that last year, though.
Come January.
no, do you know what I didn't though? No, but do you know what, bro? I'll be honest with you. Arsenal fans
I'm
did,
talking about the
but
consensus. I'm talking about the consensus of people saying, "Oh, this has to be Arsenal."
No, it's just no, but it's just no, but I feel like Arsenal fans were really expecting them to win last season, and maybe the year before, but us rival fans knew that it wasn't going to happen. Especially, you know, you were seeing how they sit up away from home in big games, and you could kind of just like what you said, bro. It's going to come down to Arteta's, you know, how he's going to set up in big games. I think that's what it's going to come down to.
You know what?
But Arteta sets up in big games quite well.
I can't wait.
Well, bro, no, but instead of going for the draw, he should be going for the win.
I can't wait.
No, but he did. Because you remember last year, the first Arsenal's, I think, first.
Well, their problem last year was too many draws.
There's gonna come a point in the season. There's gonna come a point in the season where you've seen enough sample size to say, you know what, Arsenal's clear by the best team in the league. And when that point comes and happens, you will all know that this thing about Arsenal won't get over the line because they haven't been able to get over the line is going to be dead and buried. Because at that point,
like, you will all see. I will prove you all wrong. You will all see.
Because I remember last season. When Liverpool started off well. We're like,
there was this time last week we were having a conversation and you were down in the dumps about the possibility of going 8 points behind us, right?
Yeah,
so these things can turn around very, very quickly.
Exactly.
Let's not get messed about. You were getting hounded out of your own fan base this time last week. I don't think you should come and say this kind of stuff.
You spoke about Arsenal in big games. Arsenal do well in big games because I remember last year within the first 10 games, didn't Arsenal play like Villa?
Oh yeah. That was the who of Liverpool played. That was the who of Liverpool played period.
My prediction is Arsenal would get 7 points out of the 9. I said they'd beat Villa, draw against Spurs, and then beat City. Spurs,
but they drew against someone.
And they should have beaten City if they didn't go down. No, my point is Arsenal. The reason why I made those predictions early in the season is because I expected Arsenal to do that early when there's no pressure. Towards the back end, when pressure falls, is when they will crumble because the mentality, which comes from your manager, isn't there. So doing all this now, whatever, you guys going top now, that's fine. Will you guys still be there by May? No, I don't trust that.
No, good point, bro. Good point, 100%.
That's a guess. That's not an actual. That's an opinion.
But if you're going off last season, you spent the most time up top.
No, I'm looking at the field. I've given you logical reasons. You're just saying you're not going to do it because you haven't done it before.
No, I'm not. I've given you logical reasons too. You can't say I'm guessing, but you're logical. I've given you logical reasons too.
What are your logical reasons on why Arsenal won't win?
And when the crunch games matter towards the back end, you guys won't get over the line. I don't trust you to, and you can't give me reasons as to why you will.
That point right there, when you say I don't trust you to, it becomes an opinion. It's not a fact.
No, but
what I'm saying is,
but you can also say
that's fine. No, it's fine. It's my opinion. Give me reasons why Arsenal will get over the line in the back end of the season. Give me reasons.
Number one, squad depth. Squad depth.
Okay.
Number two, okay. the higher level of creativity and finishing. Now that we have the likes of Eze, we have the likes of Gyökeres in the building, we have more creativity and more finishing in the team. Plus, Madueke will be more squad depth for the squad. Then you go to the defensive solidity. We have 8 defenders, 2 in each position. No worries about if one gets injured, next man up. Where in the past, if one gets injured, the drop-off was dramatic. And then finally, you want to talk about the manager. The manager has shown already in 6 games that he's willing to change it up to try to get whatever result needed. And he did that versus City late in the game. He did that in the game versus Newcastle, and he also did that in the game versus who is it that we played? Atletico Bilbao. So those 3 games in themselves showed me what he's capable of doing. And then the final thing, I look over to the bench. That is the most firepower we have had off the bench. I think our bench alone will be the difference between us and City and Liverpool going into the end of the season.
I agree with you. The only reason why, because even when Jesus gets back, Havertz gets back, you've got depth. Even in midfield.
We're gonna wrap it up.
No, can I respond then to what you said?
Yeah, go ahead.
Most of what you spoke about was your squad. I've not disagreed with your squad. I've said for at least 2 years, your squad is good enough to win a major. You know why? Because you've been challenging 4 majors the last 2 years. So it'd be dumb for me to not acknowledge your squad being good enough.
You're good enough.
Oh, hold on. I didn't interrupt you, so don't interrupt me. Your squad's been good enough to be competing for majors. I think with a better manager, you can win majors for the past 2 years. So it's not that now you have Gyökeres or Eze or this whole thing of your creativity being better. That's all well and good and having a better squad now than it was a year ago, even though a year ago was good enough to win it or good enough to at least compete minimum. I don't trust your manager in the back end when it matters to do what's required to get over the line. And you've still not answered to me to why he kind of gets over the line.
Because I never thought it was the manager's problem. I always thought that the problem was the lack of quality. Hence why we lost to Newcastle after we had 20 shots on goal and none of them could bury it because they didn't have the quality to finish. That's why when we lost to PSG, it was small margins, 1-0 at home and whatever the score was away from home in the final time.
Was that the time? That was the time when Arteta said that he had people from the PSG camp coming saying they were the greatest team and deserved to win. Right? That was the game, right?
You know what, Agal? At that time, you wasn't. At that time, there, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think everyone believed you guys could do it. I feel like now it's actually, when you look at the squad depth, when you look at Eze in midfield replacing Odegaard, when you look at Madueke, the balance that when Saka's out, you've got that there. When you look at the 3 strikers that you've got potentially when they're all fit, the squad depth is there, even defensively. I can see that. So 100% you're right. So that's why I said this has to be your year, but also what my brother bottom left said, every year's, prime.
Prime,
we're gonna have to wait and see. I'm gonna have to put this repost it.
But I'm not disagreeing with the squad thing, but that doesn't mean anything to me because
it comes down to the manager in big games.
All right. Finally, does anybody think Arsenal will drop points? Does anybody think Arsenal will drop points this weekend to West Ham?
No chance, man.
Realistically, no. I want you guys to, but realistically, no.
But if you do, we'll be here, Gal. Don't worry.
All right, we'll be here. No worries, guys. Have a wonderful day. We're out here.
The person who's most likely not to be here is Igal. But that happens against West Ham.
It is my channel, so I'm going to be here twice.
He has to be here. Igal has to be.
Anyways, you guys have a good day. Don't forget to check out OK Jerseys, where if you guys want discounted jersey, you can do that. Use the code EGAL to get an 8% discount. And as always, have yourselves a wonderful day. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Love for the love. Peace.
Big up, man.